Let's go!
You'd start quarterback at Oklahoma. That's your dream.
Oklahoma fans. Obviously, there is a big discussion going on with Jackson Arnold, the red shirt, and all that BS. But all I want to know is, do you think he took a step forward in the right direction versus Ole Miss? So in this game, the Sooners were able to hang around, quote unquote, hang around with the Rebels. And I'll be quite frank, the scheme was terrible. There were so many instances watching this game where Ole Miss just blanketed Oklahoma altogether, right? Do you really want Jackson Arnold throwing this backside slant over here with guys just sitting on routes, right? A lot of it is pretty simple. They do not feel threatened by Ole Miss's weapon. So a weak penalty caused this drive to continue. And, well, this was a very interesting coverage bust right here. They have the tight end back to help block as a running back, and they just gave Jackson Arnold this wide open throw. 13 was also open on the shallow crosser. And, yes, this was one of Oklahoma's better passing plays on the day. That really isn't anything impressive. And this is why Oklahoma was never going to win this game. They just could not block anything with this Ole Miss defensive line. You can see this is a good little run stunt, little loop. Walter Nolan, who has been incredible this year for the Rebels, he just destroys the interior. This DT loops around, and he gets a free tackle. Walter Nolan had eaten up essentially 3 blocks, and there was just nothing going in the run game. But here we go on this 3rd and 3. It's a little play-action fake, and once again, Ole Miss was ready for all these kind of leak plays. Could this have been thrown right here? I'm actually kind of glad he didn't throw that because guess what? Contain was broken to the right side, and Arnold's speed was really impressive in this game, right? And that's one thing he brings this offense. Now, Michael Hawkins himself is also really, really, really fast. But, man, Arnold had a really good day overall running the football, and he slides down to protect himself. Okay, so we get to this 4th and 1, and Ole Miss says, screw it. We cannot run on these guys, these big dudes up the middle. I do commend Oklahoma for being aggressive and going for it here. It is the right decision, and Jackson Arnold has to make a difficult throw, and this has been the case all season long. Oklahoma not having the receivers to make the plays. Was the DB here a little early? Yeah. I mean, this should be interference in theory, but they're not going to call it with you on the road, and you're not able to punch it in. All right, 3rd and 6. And guess what? You're running a little stop right here to your best player right now, which is 10, your tight end. He catches it. He's able to move the chains for a 1st down. Really good offense. We get a mixture of good and bad quarterbacking here from Jackson Arnold. Every team runs this on 3rd and medium. It's mesh, okay? And you see that the running back in the flat is covered, but you notice the mesh actually works, right? This is designed to create traffic versus man coverage, and 88 eats up basically 3 defenders, and Arnold has him open right here, okay? Is there a DB crashing down on this? No, right? But take a look at Arnold. He's like, look, I have a clean pocket to run through. Let me run through here and find my tight end in the back corner of the end zone. So that is still fine QB play, and he almost overthrew it, but 10, who's been a consistent weapon all season long, makes a really nice catch, and it's a touchdown. And, yeah, the disastrous season on offense continues. This has been the worst year of Oklahoma running back play ever, right? It's a slap in the face to the DeMarco Murrays and so on, right? Tatum does a good job finding the hole here, and for the 2nd time this season, a critical fumble in the 2nd quarter of a game, right? A lot of you remember the Texas play as well, and man, it's just really hard to overcome offensively when your 5 stars are screwing up like that. And then we get to this play, man, everything was just very, let's let them just tee off on our 2nd-year quarterback. Ivy, really good player. And there's just been so much of this in the Oklahoma offense, right? Ivy is designed to be unblocked in that situation, and this play was dead from the start. All right, here we go. 2-minute drill, and on the play before this, Jackson Arnold hit Barnes in the flats for a huge gain. Now, I want you to take a look at this play coming out of the 2-minute warning, all right? You have trips to the left into the boundary. Look at all the defenders that Ole Miss has over here, and they have a safety over the top of it. So, pre-snap, I want to work to the field side, okay? And you have a smash concept here to the field side. The running back, which actually is a receiver, is running it to the flat, and you either want to throw this or you want to throw this. You have decent protection here, and you get a one-on-one matchup against this corner, all right? And this isn't Trey Amos, their best corner. This is their number 2 corner, all right? So watch this. You've got to hit this. DB looks like he's turned around, and he is. So with some anticipation, let's get vertical here and throw this. You can see he's trying to throw this ball to 15 on the shallow drag. Thankfully, he decided to eat it because that would have gone nowhere. That is holding. I am shocked that there wasn't a flag there. That is, and you guys know I am very lenient on holdings. That's egregious. That is very, very, very egregious. But Arnold does break the pocket and decide to run. And in that spot, I would have still liked to see him make that throw. And you could see Lane Kiffin is furious. He should. And then we get to here. I'm a little shocked that Ole Miss is in too high. All right. And this essentially is just simple offense with those safeties being that far back. Work the flats. The sideline is your friend. You still have all 3 of your timeouts. You catch it. Good stuff. Now, 1st and 10, you get a little RPO action going. Play action fake. Draw this safety on in. And look at this. All right. Good offense. And this is really good stuff from Arnold. All right. Bang. Hits the receiver. It's a first down. All right. So we get to the 2nd and goal. And this reminded me of the 4th and 1 play that was stopped. Right. You do one of these kind of Tebow fake like you're running, and then you actually pop back to pass. What's funny about this is this from Tatum was not picked up at all. I'm a little shocked that he didn't just turn around. He just kept running. Just turn around, wave your arms. Let him know that you're open, right? Give him some kind of visual clue that, hey, this is the momentum changer for this game. And this also has just been the Jackson Arnold era this year. You're very close to making a play, but you just can't quite do it. If he breaks the contain of Perkins here and keeps his feet, he is walking into the end zone. Okay, so we get to this 3rd and goal, and man, oh man, Jackson Arnold just going crazy in this first half. Princely, a really good pass rusher, has a chance to bring him down. Jackson Arnold says, no, sir, I'm going freaking Johnny Manziel. And he then gives ground and gets away from our guy Princely here, and he finds a receiver open in the corner of the end zone. He also had another top shelf throw to his tight end in the back of the end zone, and it is a tutty to give the Sooners a lead. Okay, so we get to the 2nd and Franklin, Denver, and boy, this screen is just eaten alive, okay? And this was a problem, throughout this game. When Oklahoma tried to run these kind of pop screens, first off, they were run really slowly, and then second off, they were just all over it, right? If this is happening and they're jumping all over your reverses, you need to be doing fake here and then throw out here. Have there be a secondary fake or something. I really don't know. And right here, you're a tight end. What makes you think you can give ground and go wild like this? It's just lunacy. Biggest play of the game, also called the biggest drop of the game, but this is partially on the quarterback as well. I'm a little shocked Ole Miss is playing this soft on 3rd and 3. They're basically giving you this. Now, the funny thing about this is Arnold could have thrown this sooner. Pun intended. But you see, his base isn't really set. He's got to reset, and then he finally gets the football here to 10. This ball right here, just based on where the safety is aligned, not only could have been ripped sooner, you also don't want to lead him, right? You want this ball to be on him or behind him, shield him from the safety. So is this a huge drop? Yes, it's also not great quarterbacking either. Okay, now we move ahead to the fourth quarter, and now you're down by 2 possessions. So Oklahoma's offense basically did nothing in the third quarter, and Arnold led a pretty impressive drive. He hit 2 in the flats, he had 10 in the flats, and now Ole Miss was not aligned properly, so there's no pass rush, and this allows Arnold to have as much time as he wants. Ivy does eventually get through, and does Oklahoma get away with a little bit of a hold right there? Sure, but Arnold finally gets his football out to 13, who had that huge catch in the Auburn game, and you pick up a first down. So I want to talk about this play. I feel as if on these kind of scramble drill-ish kind of plays that Oklahoma has left some yards out on the field. All right, so I do like the fact that Arnold does not just run this thing, but, you know, would I prefer Arnold running right here directly at this backer compared to throwing it backwards 4 yards? Maybe. I think he is gaining more yards than the long handoff here. In fact, I know he is if he decides to just run it himself, right? You're a good runner, right? How much better of a runner are you than Tatum? Yeah, I mean, Tatum's a better runner than you are, but it's probably not that big of a difference. And it ended up being the same amount of yardage. And on top of that, you throw it backwards, it goes out of bounds, you're losing yards. The next thing as well is I feel like this year on scramble drills, Oklahoma's receivers have not done the best job of breaking off of their routes. All right, so you're running a deep vertical here, and the linebacker is on you in this spot. So if you're 15, quickly bend off of that and get back over here, put your arm in the air, let them know you're open, okay? There was an opportunity there. There really was. And instead, you know, so I'm trying to get to 5,000 Twitter followers before the end of the season. And I post about an Oklahoma film study Twitter clip each and every week. I've never seen a double pass get more sniffed out than this. Okay, you could see that they're already pointing, hey, the double pass is coming. And it's pretty clear that it is when your tight end is, 7 yards back behind the line of scrimmage, and it's a one-man route to the running back. I mean, that is very much dead, okay? So 10 actually does a good job. If he just cuts this way, he might have something. The one time he probably should have cut back and gave ground was right there, and the play is just dead. So that drive ended on a 4th and Eagleton, and it was gross, as was this Oklahoma supporting cast. So, yes, even Sooner fans have accused me of defending Jackson Arnold as much as I've defended him. As you can see, his pocket movement, mobility is just very jittery. He is out of sorts and just not ready to be a Division I Power 5 quarterback. So, obviously, you've heard Brent Venables a few times in this video.
You turned down a lot of good people to come here, and now you've faced some headwinds, and now you're just going to quit. I don't see that in him, and I don't see that in guys in our locker room. Does it happen in college football or in life? You're damn right, and but not with people that are built with the right stuff. Not at all. And Jackson got the right stuff.
You know, it is not good when walk-on Jacob Jordan is your leading wide receiver, right? Bauer Sharp, 10, who we've referenced quite a bit, did some good things, as did Barnes out of the backfield. But this redshirt controversy BS, I actually agree with Venables. This year, you just play him at this point, but his redshirt should have never been burned last year. That's when the mistake was made. But whatever the case may be, obviously, I don't think Jackson Arnold's great, but Oklahoma's offensive line mixed in with all this other garbage around him, play calling, coaching, all of it. This is the worst offense in the SEC right now, and I'm not sure if it's even close, right? I am including Auburn in that as well. So I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say at this point if you're Oklahoma. I think you just got to keep playing Arnold and hope something clicks. But it's not good on a 4th and 22 at the end of the game to get some lipstick on a pig rushing yards here to make that stat line look better. It is Power Hour SEC. Boom. And tonight we are doing burgers.